how do you pitch it to your better half? Pag hindi kayo nagkatugma sa decision making, walang dadon sa LA. I really am very proud that you're doing this because we all need to bring them to Los Angeles.
Right.
Parang ang sama naman na may San Diego sila, may Texas sila.
Totoo yan.
Tapos walang LA, di ba?
Which is one of the major cities.
Major city tayo.
Busiest cities.
Yes.
We have Hollywood too.
Yes.
So
how did you sell this to your wife?
Right. So, una-una, alam niya kung gaano ako kadikit doon sa tunog ng dadon. So, going back to your first question, nag-research din ako. I'm not just going to an very uncharted area na basta nag-invest na lang nang wala naman akong pag-iisip. So, nag-research, nag-invest. I even did a market study na kung ilan yung Pilipino sa Metro LA. There's like 638,000 na Pinoys.
Right.
So, sabi ko, I don't need 638,000 na umattend. Ang kailangan ko lang, at least, siguro
1,000.
Mga 1,000 na okay na para mapuno natin yung venue.
Ano yung venue ulit? The Palace, no?
The Palace, October 14 po yan. So sinabi ko sa asawa ko na I really like to do this. This is not only producing a mediocre artist. It's historical para sa akin. Una, ito yung parating kasama ko nung nagsisimula ako pagkatapos ko umalis ng bansa.
Right.
Lumabas ako ng comfort zone ko. Tapos, dadating sila. Sabi ko, I don't wanna let go of this opportunity. This is historical for me. But prior to that, nag-research nga ako. Nagtanong ako sa mga taong mga bihasa, experienced, may mga talent sa pag-produce. And then I also tried to study the logistics. And then of course, there's no such thing as absolute success sa business, sa investment. Otherwise, lahat ng tao gagawin na lang yan. Diba? So there's always a risk. And I have wholeheartedly accepted the risks. And of course, you pray for the benefits.
Yes.
So, nung sinabi ko lahat ng mga katagang sa asawa ko, sabi niya, well, win or lose, I support you, we support you.
Amen. Welcome to the Paco's Place podcast.
Visit abaeservices.com for fast medical transcription service. This podcast episode is brought to you by AB Music Creative.
And the podcast will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, live at Paco's Place, a good friend of mine, Mr. Cris Esguerra. Ang lakas ng loob mo, ha?
Thank you.
So, nung nalaman ko na darating ang dadon, si Hermie Pasha is a good friend of mine. And sabi nga niya, dadali niya ang dadon. Nung time na pinag-usapan namin ng LA, ang sinabi niya was, may kakilala ka bang pwedeng mag-produce sa LA? Unfortunately naman, I would love to have done it. Kaso, my hands are tied with the podcast. And then I just came from a tour, yung OPM Summer Fest.
Right, napanood ko yan.
Sa Anaheim.
Right.
And then, nalaman ko na lang na ikaw nga ang kumuha ng pagpoproduce ng dadon sa LA. You're not a producer. You're not a concert producer.
No, I'm not. This is my first time doing it too. Pero may malalim na dahilan kung bakit pinagdesisyonan ko na gawin yon. At maraming malalim yung pinaghugutan ko noon.
Okay, sa setup ko lang sa mga nakikinig at nanonood, no. You doing this and you being here is pretty much an inspiration for other people listening and watching to maybe do what you're doing because others can think about it eh. Pero ikaw nga nagsabi malalim ang pinaghuhugutan. But then again, you took one leap of faith and now here you are. So game, gusto ko malaman. Gusto namin malaman kung anong ginawa mo at bakit mo naisipan. So,
before I start, I wanna say good afternoon to all the listeners. Maraming salamat sa inyo lahat. Lalo-lalo kay Paring Noel dahil si Paring Noel, si Noel Zara, siya po ang nag-bridge ng gap. I mean, everybody knows Paco, pero nobody knows Cris. So, siya ang nagtulay sa pagitan namin ni Paco. Ako ay galing sa medical field. Na-meet ko si Noel nung magsimula akong when I started this journey of producing the Dawn.
Rejuvenate your smile with Dr. Lourdes Capelong's comprehensive range of dental solutions. Along with general dentistry, Dr. Capelong specializes in cosmetic dentistry, including teeth whitening, bonding, dental veneers, and surgical crowns. Whether it's urgent care or preventive treatment, she'll take care of you and your smile. To schedule an appointment, call the clinic at area code 323-257-7582.
So anyways, I am in the emergency department. I am a full-time ER nurse and at the same time a relief charge nurse. I work in a very prestigious, and I'm very, very proud to say it, and I can see myself retiring in this institution because I love what I do and I'm very proud of my company. Now, on the other hand, when I learned that the Dawn is having a US and Canada tour, nabalitaan ko na yun dati pero hindi pa nagsisink in sa akin. Although yung, and then also during the, when one of our alumni events sa Pilipinas, naging player din sila, naging main act sila. Pero prior to that, when I was doing my nursing in the Philippines, the Dawn played a big role, a big inspiration, a good model, para hindi lang sa akin, kundi pati rin sa mga kakolehiyalo at mga classmates ko.
Saan ka nag-aral sa Philippines?
It used to be an all-girls school, La Concordia College. And then they started taking male students, and isa ako doon. At
Talagang hindi ka nagpahuli, ha?
Hindi. So,
Okay.
so nung nagre-review kami ng nursing, yan. Although prior to that, alam ko na-establish na yung Dadon. So habang nagre-review, tapos yung mga kasama ko humahataw sa labas, ako naman, kailangan makatapos ng nursing eh. Hindi biro ang magpaaral ng nursing sa Pilipinas.
Right.
Hindi mura.
Right.
And then I also value the work ethics and the hard earned money ng mga magulang ko. I'm not ashamed to say that na sinuportahan nila ako during the time na wala pa akong trabaho at naging estudyante pa ako noon. So I took it as an opportunity para maging makatapos ng nursing at awa ng Diyos ay yun nga, naging successful na nurse.
Pero
na
hindi ka nanonood ka ng concert sa Philippines sa mga time na yun.
Nung
nag-aaral ka?
Nung nag-aaral ako, true story to nung nag-aaral ako, kapag nag-i-invite yung mga classmates o kaya yung mga pinsan ko sa Pilipinas, parati akong homebody, parati akong sa dorm, kailangan ko kasing mag-memorize, kailangan mo mag-aral. Dahil kung hindi, babagsak ka.
So you really took nursing seriously?
I did, oo. Naging homebody. Tapos,
Was it with the intent of going abroad one day or hindi?
no, kung tutuusin, ang inisip ko lang talaga doon, kasi blessed ako na maganda yung buhay ng mga magulang ko.
Okay.
So I was contented na after I finished the nursing, then I will just settle in sa Pilipinas, and then I'll just work as a nurse. Yeah. Whole life. And then after a year, doon ko naisip na no, there's more that I could do. Although I have served the Philippines for at least 2 years. So wala naman akong guilt trip. Right. Dahil pinagsilbihan ko naman yung Pilipinas. Yung
Bago ka umalis.
Bago ako umalis. So after that, of course, there's a lot of struggles then. Hindi naman, it's not gonna be a better process. And I know that. And it's not gonna be a smooth ride. So I took the chance na mag-exam for Canada, yung mga English natin exam, yung mga TOEFL, TOEIC, mga ganyan. And then after I have passed all those tests, saka ako nag-exam for RN for Canada. Awa ng Diyos, nakapasa. And then again, every time na nagre-review ako, ako kasi yung tipo ng tao na I can memorize, but at the same time I can listen to music.
Okay.
So may mga times na napapakinggan ko uli yung Dadon. Although mind you, lahat ng banda noon, pinakikinggan namin. Yung Intro Boys, Alamid,
After Image,
Eraserheads. E-Heads, tapos yung sina Neo Colors, lahat yan. Kanya-kanya silang style, kanya silang art. And that's the beauty of music.
Yes.
Kanya-kanya. Meron tayong paraan kung how can be creative doon sa talents natin para maipakita sa mga tao.
Right.
Anyways, nung nasa Canada na ako, so kapag may culture shock na tinatawag, hindi ko alam yon. I didn't even know the term na culture shock. So first time na dumating ako doon, andyan na yung winter. So I didn't even know if I have packed the appropriate clothes. Sa
Ikaw pala mag-isa to o may kasama ka
Ako yung mag-isa noon.
Wow.
So
Hindi ka ba married nito
Hindi pa. Dala-dala ko yung coat ng tatay ko noon. Dala-dala ko yung nag-shopping ako sa SM dahil akala ko it's good enough para you can be comfortable, you know? Pero when the first winter hits, nakita ko yung how the people dressed up and then yung dala-dala kong mga gamit. So it's really not appropriate.
Sa Canada to?
Sa Canada.
Vancouver, Winnipeg.
So Winnipeg pa yan.
Okay.
So Winnipeg gave me the chance to venture tsaka para maipakita ko yung talent ko, skills ko sa nursing. Okay. And I have worked so hard sa Winnipeg. And I also would like to thank yung mga tao na nag-alalay sa akin. But again, going back to the Dadon, every time there's an occasion, kasi nag-iisa ka eh. So sa apartment, nag-iisa ka. Pag Pasko, Bagong Taon, Thanksgiving, may birthday, aanyayahan nila, alam nila kung sino yung mga bagong Pilipino dumating. Mga walang pamilya, mga walang sasakyan. So kung minsan iniikutan nila yan, pinipick up nila tapos, Chris, may kainan sa bahay. And then usually sa Winnipeg, because of the frost, they all have basements. So doon sa basement, doon nakaset up ang karaoke. Okay. Doon nakaset up yung mga kabarkada.
Right.
So and every time that there is an event, they would always ask me to sing yung salamat. Every time yan. Alam nila, salamat time na, ganyan-ganyan. So yung mga mga tiyahin ko na hindi ko kilala, not blood related, na because of how they treated me and they have accepted they had accepted me as a newcomer. So naging kapamilya ko sila. And eto nga yung parating tinutugtog ko at kinakanta, yung isa yun, salamat. Siyempre yung mga Line to Heaven, yung mga Tuloy Pa Rin, yung Your Love ng Alamid.
Pero siyempre para sa iba yung dating ng salamat, lalo na pagbibigay-pugay sa mga taong umampun nga sa iyo.
So, yeah, kasi kung bakit itatanong mo kung bakit Dadon o bakit siguro bakit anong naging impluwensya sa iyo ng Dadon. So isa, tulad nga ng sabi ko kanina, lahat ng artist may kanya-kanyang packaging. Lahat tayo ay kayo, sina Paco, yung lahat ng mga bandang nabanggit ko kanina, you have a way of how to show your given talents but in a different genre. Iba-iba yung boses, yung boses ng intro boys, nung high school kami, sinasabi nila, Pilipinos lang daw si Jonathan. That's how he sings. And that's good in a nice way. Ikaw yung boses mo, husky na smooth. Tapos yung sina Wency Cornejo, di ba? Yung cool na boses ng smooth na boses ng Alamid. So kanya-kanya tayo. Siguro naman si Jet Pangan, in my opinion, the way I listen and the way I look at it, yung boses niya, parang napaka-emphatic, matalim, matapang, malinaw yung articulation niya malinaw, naiintindihan natin yung kanta niya, and at the same time, effortless kapag bumibirit siya. Yeah. Especially yung salamat.
Yeah.
So, tapos, isa pa, yung parang pagka narinig mo lang yung melody, yung mismong musika niya, naisip ko na parang even after the whole 12 hours, kasi noon nag-LVN ako noon, tapos I challenged the exam again to be an RN.
Wow.
So marami akong mga nursing homes na pinupuntahan, maraming mga overtime. Kasi ganoon lang naman ang buhay sa ibang bansa o sa Winnipeg nung wala pa akong pamilya. You eat, you sleep, you work, you repeat. Diba? Ganun lang. May mga times na may mga Pasko na nasa bahay ka lang dahil pagod na pagod ka. But again, I take it as a challenge. It was they're all blessings na kung bakit ako nakarating ngayon. So going back to Dadon, yung the way he carries himself in front of the audience, the way he sings, isa yun sa naging inspirasyon ko kung bakit naging paborito ko rin siya. Ikalawa, yung tugtog niya nga after the whole 12 hours of work, parang may energy drink ba? Parang sige, kaya ko pa parang kung nag-workout ka, you can still run for a mile or two. Third, na I noticed na if not all, most of his songs, it always says something about it's either friendship, camaraderie, sense of belongingness. Yun yung kailangan ng tao kapag nasa bago kang lugar.
Correct.
Nasa isang bago kang lugar na wala kang alam.
Right.
Na even how to do transportation. Kasi sa atin naman.
Alam mo, maraming di nakakapuna mo about the songs of the Dawn. Pero totoo yun. Actually, yung pagbanggit mo ng about camaraderie, social awareness,
right,
yung belongingness, nila yun format nila yun.
Right.
Kaya it resonates sa mga bagong bayani, sa mga OFW. Kaya siya nagre-resonate ng ganun .
So parang may time ka mag-senti pag nakikinig ka sa kanila ngayon. So, oo nga pala, no. Galing ako doon. Tapos, there was a time na, eto, totoo din to, nung tumatawag ako sa misis ko na ngayon, umiiyak ko sa telepono, first day, second day ko nung sa winter, sabi ko, babalik na lang ako. Dahil I'm gonna breach the contract. I'm just gonna forget everything. I'm going back to the Philippines.
Gusto mo na sumuko, ha?
Right, 2 days yun, Tapos, pagkatapos kong kausapin yung nobya ko, ngayon asawa ko na, tinawagan ko yung nanay ko. So, she only gave me one phrase. Sabi niya, Totoy. Kasi they know me as Totoy, not Cris. Totoy, hindi kita hindi kita pipigilan bumalik dito sa Pilipinas. Kasi nga, blessed naman ako doon sa kanila, doon sa resources nila.
Yes.
Pero sabi niya, pero pagdating mo rito, isipin mo kung ano uli ang gagawin mo. So, I was working as a trauma nurse doon sa Pilipinas, pero I know that I could do more. I know that there's something more to discover. I know that there's something more that I can venture on, and I know na I can still spread my wings hindi lang sa Pilipinas, although I have given my share doon sa atin.
2 years.
Right. So, isa pa doon sa going back again sa Dadon, liban doon sa kaya nga naging masyadong sikat sa atin yung Salamat. Yung mga kanta nila kung minsan, especially how they started the song yung Iisang Bangka, parang masyadong matalinghaga.
Yeah.
Parang these are the words that you don't hear it every day on public. Parang nung di ba yung I'm sure you know yung kay dilim at kay ginaw sa kalawakan ng dagat. Tapos may mga ganun silang mga tirada na mapapaisip ka, parang na-stimulate yung subconscious mo, ano nga ba lang ibig sabihin noon, tapos ganyan.
Grabe, no?
Oo, so
hindi mo alam kung ano nasa future, pero andun lahat, di ba?
Right. And yet at the end of the song, makikita mo, yun nga pala, they're trying to say, hey, we got your back.
Yes, isang bangka tayo.
Iisang bangka tayo. Right. So, yun yung mga times na kailangan mo kasi yun yung totoo yung homesick na talagang kailangan mo may makakapitan ng konti, may makikinig, kailangan
iba yung iba yung na-appreciate mo sila. Iba yung naging inspirasyon mo sila or kasama mo sila virtually. But to actually do this, to really commit to bringing them to LA, to Los Angeles, which is a major city. This is your first venture. Why?
So, unang-una, dahil yung pinagdaanan ko at saka yung pinagdaanan ng Dadon, o nang siguro, it may sound cheesy, pero parang comparable sa pinagdadaanan ng bawat Pilipino o pinagdaanan ng bawat Pilipino.
Galing.
They started Dadon started when in 1985, if I'm not mistaken. It was by Teddy Diaz, who was almost the founder and the father of Dadon, if I'm not mistaken. Also, he coined the word Dadon based on my researches dahil it was coined from a word in the Bible that was given to him by a friend na parang the dawning of the new era, parang ganon. So bagong simula. And then that's how he created the band. And may umalis, may dumating. May umalis, may dumating. And then there were hardships. Tapos may mga pagkakataon na nag-disband yung banda, bumalik uli. So the way I look at it, ganun tayo eh. Ganun yung bawat Pilipino ko minsan. It may sound cheesy again, pero hindi naman ako nambobola. Dahil, and that's the reality of life. Dahil kuminsan, hindi naman parating smooth sailing.
Correct.
May problema. Kailan ka magbabayad ng bills? Paano ka makakahanap ng bagong trabaho? O nagkaroon ka na ng bagong trabaho? Ano yung susunod? Nanganak yung asawa mo. Paano natin yung bagong situational crisis, paano natin haharapin? Nawalan ka ng trabaho ngayon, ano yung bagong blessing kinabukasan? Meron naman palang bagong pumalit. Tapos sa akin naman, hindi naman madali yung naging proseso. May mga times na hindi lahat ng exam pinasahan ko bago ako nakarating sa Canada. Hindi lahat ng exam bago ako nakarating dito sa States, pinasahan ko din.
Right.
And I'm not ashamed to say
so may mga rejection, may mga...
Yes. Tapos, hindi rin yung unang trabaho ko ay nursing. Nagtinda rin ako ng computer sa Pilipinas noon.
Wow.
But, I'm so proud to say it, especially right in front of one of my idol bands din dahil hindi mahalaga kung ano yung pinanggalingan mo. Mahalaga kung ano yung narating mo na
Amen.
at kung ano pa yung pinapangarap mong magawa.
Good. So doon nung dumating ka rito, single ka. And then yung nobya mo na ngayon asawa mo na nandito, ifa-fast forward ko because I'm pretty sure lahat ng mga kalalakihan o kababaihan na nakikinig na gustong gawin yung ginawa mo, ang nasa utak nila is, how do you pitch it to your better half? Because normally that's where it begins and that's where it ends. Pag hindi kayo nagkatugma sa decision making, wala ang dadon sa LA. I really am very proud that you're doing this because we all need to bring them to Los Angeles.
Right.
Parang ang sama naman na may San Diego sila, may Texas sila.
Totoo yan.
Tapos walang LA, di ba?
Which is one of the major cities.
Major city tayo.
Busiest cities.
Yes.
And we have Hollywood too.
Yes. So anong kwentuhan nyo ni Mrs.?
So,
How did you sell this to your wife?
right. So, una-una, alam niya kung gaano ako kadikit doon sa tunog ng dadon. So, going back to your first question, nag-research din ako. I'm not just going to an very uncharted area na basta nag-invest na lang nang wala naman akong pag-iisip. So, nag-research, nag-invest. I even did a market study na kung ilan yung Pilipino sa Metro LA. There's like 638,000 na Pinoys.
Right.
So sabi ko, I don't need 638,000 na umattend. Ang kailangan ko lang, at least, siguro
1,000.
mga 1,000 na okay na yun. Para mapuno natin yung venue.
Ano yung venue ulit? The Palace, no?
The Palace, October 14 po yan.
Which is very nice.
Right,
Okay.
totoo. Para kang nasa Rome. Pagka tinignan mo yung ceiling, it's all painted very intricately. Oo. So anyways, sinabi ko sa asawa ko na I really like to do this. This is not only producing a mediocre artist. It's historical para sa akin. Una, ito yung parating kasama ko nung nagsisimula ako pagkatapos ko umalis ng bansa.
Right.
Lumabas ako ng comfort zone ko. Tapos eto, dadating sila. Sabi ko, I don't wanna let go of this opportunity. This is historical for me. So, but prior to that, nag-research nga ako. Nagtanong ako sa mga taong mga bihasa, experience, may mga talent sa pag-produce. And then I also tried to study the logistics. And then of course, there's no such thing as absolute success sa business, sa investment. Otherwise, lahat ng tao gagawin na lang yan. Diba? So there's always a risk. And I have wholeheartedly accepted the risks. And of course, you pray for the benefits.
Yes.
So, nung sinabi ko lahat ng mga katagang yan sa asawa ko, sabi niya, well, win or lose, I support you, we support you.
Amen.
So, yun lang yun. Dahil my wife is a very, very supportive wife. She has her own practice. She has her
What
own
does she
business
do,
too.
if you don't mind?
She has a doctorate degree in physical therapist.
Okay.
So she practices as a physical therapist. She knew and she had felt every ounce of support when she was also trying to get into her position right now. Ako naman yung nagsuporta sa kanya noon. So give or take lang.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a time that I had to fly every 2 weeks when she was still starting in Maryland, in Delaware. So magtatrabaho ko sa trabaho ko sa ER ng 2 weeks, and then I would take the 2 weeks off. Then so I could be with them. She did that so that she could fast track her practice.
Tsaga lang talaga, no?
Right. So now it's on the ball is in my court now. So I'm not asking anything from her, but she did say, no, win or lose, we're all out support.
Speaking of that, yung isang kaibigan ko is opening for you guys. Si, ano rin siya, DPT rin siya. Si Richard Del Rosario.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the 1989s.
He was highly recommended, and I have seen some of his shows. He's very talented. He's very good. He has the total audience participation. He has stage presence. So magaling si paring Richard.
Yeah.
And so as the other artists as well.
Yes.
So if I may, if I can just let them, all the people who are hearing us and listening to us right now, si Imelda Bossing, she's very talented with her band and with her Habibi Angels. Si Karen Mempin with her duet buddy, si Michael Jorolan. And of course, ang ating katukayo ko to, I work with him in ER, yung shifting crew, si Walter and his band. We both work in the emergency department. So they're all good. And of course, Richard Del Rosario. Yeah. And our very own Miss Jo Awayan.
Yon. Si Jo will be on the podcast also to promote
Oh, wow.
to promote the show as well.
Yeah.
So you have all these support. You have my support. You have the support of Introvoice.
Thank you.
You have the support of the Paco's Place community. What are you hoping to accomplish?
Uh-huh. So, I'm gonna be, ito lang yung pwede kong sabihin. Dahil, I think the last time the Don was here, I think it was in 2016. I thought way back prior to that, that was their last visit. But they said that I think it was in 2016. I'm not sure. Because I've been hearing and I've been reading different articles claiming different dates. So, I mean, which is fine. The second is, what I'm trying to achieve is to bring back yung memories ng era ng Dadon. Ang sabi ko nga, walang maiiwan, lahat tayo sabay-sabay, ating sariwain, pagkakaibigang tunay. Kaya ako gustong ibalik ang Dadon. So, yun lang. And then of course, I want everyone to share that night with us para makita ng Dadon kung paano natin pinapahalagahan ang pagkakaibigan, pamilya, yung tunay na samahan. Kaya that's what I'm hoping for.
Is this going to be a one-off? Like, sabi mo, win or lose, di ba? I mean, I don't think it's lose. I think it's win or learn. Yun lang naman yun.
True.
Right? Pero after this, are you thinking of doing it again? Because this is very stressful, ah. Hindi pa natin napag-uusapan kung gaano ka-stressful itong ginagawa mo, but
You feel the pain. Ako, totoo yan. Since I am a
sleepless nights, may mga
Totoo
ganon.
yan. Since I am working as a full-time nurse and then charge nurse din, mentally, psychologically, ang ginagawa ko kasi, you have to prepare bago ka humarap sa mga katrabaho mo the next day.
Right.
Lahat naman ng katrabaho ko okay. Pero syempre, may mga times na nabe-burn out, napapagod. So, you have to handle some personality issues. And of course, yung stress coming from the patients in the waiting room if they're waiting for an hour or hours.
And these people have nothing to do with your project, di ba?
Totoo yan.
Kumbaga may para
Right.
maintindihan ng mga tao, no? May stress ka na rito sa project mo. Tapos may kailangan ka pang i-deal
Right.
sa day job mo
Totoo yan.
na walang kinalaman sa project mo.
So, how do I separate it? So, that's true. They have nothing to do with what I'm doing on the side. But it's unfair for them not to get my 100% compassion and
Exactly.
treatment. So, what I do on the side is totally different when I at the bedside. Kapag nasa triage ka, kapag nasa floor,
100%, yeah.
right? Oo. There might be people calling me. They'll go straight to my voicemail, and then on my breaks, I usually take the calls and read messages. Pero when you're on the floor, and when people are when you're handling the whole department, katulad nga ng sabi nila, they may sound cheesy again. It's not like when you work in an office that you could put a liquid paper. You cannot mess it up.
No.
Dahil you cannot, unfortunately, it's inevitable, but you don't want to drop the ball under your watch. That would be bad. If somebody dies,
Buhay yun. Buhay ang nakataya if you drop the ball.
if somebody dies in the whole 12 hours and the patient is expected or something happened even pre-hospital, that's not your control. But if you neglected something that you should be doing, that would be bad. And that I don't do. I have committed to nursing for 26 years now, and I intend to commit myself until I retire.
Right.
But on the other hand, hindi rin naman siguro kasalanan na magsaya ka. Dahil although masaya ako sa nursing, na magsaya ka from a different department, from a different perspective. So that's why I'm doing this as well. So going back to your question again, I will rest for a little bit for a few days, for a few months. And then maybe next year, that's when I will reassess and then siguro replan kung ano yung experiences na natutunan ko this time. Tama ka, it's very stressful. I mean, I don't usually go out every Friday, pero and Saturday and Sunday, but I have to
I know.
I have to be out there and be I have to be visible kasi yung mga Pilipino, I mean, most of us are usually visual, optics. Ako hindi rin ako masyado nagli-link. I mean, when I buy tickets, I don't go to the links and stuff like that. Usually, yung mga physical tickets, yung mga parang may pinipersonalize ka ng tao. And that's what I'm trying to do. Although, I may not be perfect and I will strive to be better. Pero, siguro by next year, I will reassess the situation and then we'll take it from there.
Di ba nga, like sinabi mo, hindi ka lumalabas. Tell our audience, how many miles away are you from this studio?
62 to 65 at least.
62 to 65 miles, guys.
One
Hindi one way, hindi kilometers. To give you a perspective, ang Metro Manila, ang Quezon City to Tagaytay, that's 65 kilometers.
Right.
So, ang Metro Manila to Pampanga, that's about 8 to San Fernando o Angeles, that's about 80 to 90 kilometers. Ang 62 miles is about 100
1.1 something, right? Times
1.2. Ang layo nun just to be here on the podcast to share with all of you kung ano pinagdadaanan ni Cris. And sinong mga katulong mo rito?
So, again, when I have engaged to this
Endeavor,
I have put myself yung 100% commitment.
Yes.
I have told my girls, my wife and my daughter, that is going to be busy every weekends until the 14th of October. After that, I'm going to be yours again. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to be forgetting all my errands and my routines with them. That's why when you asked earlier, pwede bang, last week, kung pwede bang 3, sabi ko, let me just find somebody who will pick up my daughter and I'll do it for you. Definitely, because that would be a big help. Anybody who's helping me through this journey I'm very appreciative of it and I am always very thankful for it. So, meron tayong, unang-una, yung mga nakilala ko during the journey. Sina Paring Noel, Zera, sina Jojo Limbo, yung Jorik, yung may-ari ng Noipits, lahat ng Lisas, syempre yung wife and my daughter who've been like my admin, my IT, lahat ng mga ticket sellers, mga katrabaho ko, kapamilya, lahat yan nagtutulong-tulong. Is there anything else I feel that I can do? This is one, because I just want to get the word out there na the dawn is coming and they're really, really good. So give me the chance to make this night very memorable to each and every Filipinos who are actually their songs are about friendship and family and securing each other's back. So give me the chance to make that night very memorable for all of us. So yun yung team natin, yung production team, yung mga best friends ko in high school.
Magkano ang tickets? You might want to tell the audience.
The ticket starts 88. Mind you, I've seen this place twice and there's really no bad angle wherever you are sitting at.
I will guarantee that also.
Right. So ticket starts at 88 and then we have the 98, which is the middle, and then we have the VIP, which is the 118. And then yung perks, of course, that comes with the VIP, yung photo op, and then of course, you're a little bit closer to the stage. So yun.
I really want you to succeed, Cris, ha?
Thank you.
And thanks for being here. Guys, we'll put a link in the description. Can they buy the tickets online?
Yes, the links are still active on my Facebook page.
Okay.
Or you can also call me, message me. We take Zelle, Venmo. Some people want the tickets to be picked up or the will call. And if they actually request that they want the physical tickets to be mailed to them, no big deal.
May postage ba for mailing it or?
No, I eat the postage fees.
So we'll put Chris's number in the description also.
Thank
para
you.
At least pag clinic niyo yung description, mababasa niyo na. Let's support Cris Esguerra. Let's support him and his family.
Thank you, Paco.
You know,
this is big.
Ikaw yung mga katulad mo ang kailangan namin eh.
Yes,
I'm an artist eh. And the reason why I started producing was to help fellow artists and to see people like you doing this. And I know this is not easy. This will eat up time with your family, finance obligations, financial commitment. Tapos
Hindi ako makalinis ng bahay.
Di ba yung mga ganon?
Right.
Mababago talaga eh.
Totoo.
And you know what? On behalf of other artists, I would like to thank you
Thank you.
Kaya nga nung nag-usap tayo over the phone, di ba? Right away, wag natin antayin yung malapit na yung show.
Right.
Sabi ko nga sa'yo, after this episode, I'll work on editing this episode to get it up and running.
Thank you.
The little thing that my community can do to help you, we will give it all to you, Cris.
Every small thing na natatanggap natin sa mga kababayan, sa mga experienced people who are in the entertainment business. I just want to let you know na they're not all they're all being taken seriously, and I'm very thankful and very appreciative of all the gestures and the efforts. Maraming salamat.
May mga sponsors ka ba na gusto mong batiin at pagpasalamatan?
Thank you ulit Paco. Again, this is so surreal. So una-una, sinasabi ko kay Paco nung tinawagan ko siya when I was on break on the hospital, na pinakikinggan ko lang yung mga musika niya sa Pilipinas, tapos ngayon magkasama tayo. So anyways, maraming salamat sa company ni Noel Zera. He also just opened up a hospice, and then also nagpapasalamat din ako dun sa storytellers kina Des, then ang boss nila si Jojo Limbo, then the Jorix, yung part owners ng Noipits. And then also nagpapasalamat din tayo dun sa Lisa's, sa Cupcakes, and then kina sa ZN, sa Chloe, sa Eateries, at sa marami pa pong iba. At saka dun kina Jojo ng Sibuchon, they already committed.
Sibuchon sa barrio.
They already committed. I'm just waiting for them for their logos to be sent to me via email. And then also yung M17 na pinadala lang ni paring Jesse the other night. So I'm just waiting for everyone so I can send it to our graphics team para ma-post natin lahat.
Well, thank you, Cris.
And most of all, thank you to Paco and for this opportunity. I'm really, really appreciative. Maraming salamat, Paco. First time na na-meet kita. Salamat.
Salamat din. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cris Esguerra. Thank you. Don't forget, guys, we'll post everything, every detail dito sa description. So please, let's support Cris. Let's support the Don. Pakita naman natin Los Angeles na tulong-tulong tayo. Pati yung mga opening acts, yung mga local bands, supportahan din natin.